It's another beautiful morning in the city of Jos, another day to talk about Voices from the Minds. You're welcome to Voices from the Minds, brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. My name is Jummai Daniel Chukwemeka. And like we always do every Friday from 9 till 10 a.m., we bring you Voices from the Minds, experts, and real-life experiences from the minds. And today we are doing something a little bit different. Before now, we always have, experts, people who have learned or whose experiences and technical knowledge are necessary in the conversations around small and artisanal miners. But today we are going right where the stories are. We are going to the mines and bringing somebody from the mines whose experience also is important in telling properly the story from the mines. And so if you know that you have been at the mines before, you used to be there, you currently are there, or you have plans on being there, we've got somebody here in the studio who will tell us her story, what it means to be there, what are the challenges she deals with, how did she even get there, what are the things she hopes to be different, and all of the conversations and stories around being at the mines. This is Voices from the Mines. Let's go on a breather. When I come back, I will introduce to you our guest and the conversation will get started. Remember, you can be a part of the conversation by going to our social media platforms on Facebook, GFM Jos, and also call into the studio lines on the studio phone numbers, which I'll read out to you later on the show. Call in and share your thoughts with me and ask your questions. We want to hear from you, dear miners. We want to hear from you, future miners, or those of you who were there before. What are some of your stories? Let's hear your stories. Good away.
Every Friday on JFM, energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria takes center stage, explaining the role of ASM in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria, with their objective to advocate and campaign for a full implementation of the Nigeria Energy Transition Plan and other global policies and treaties. Join Emeka Umesi and our seasoned resource persons on the role of artisanal and small-scale miners in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria. Fridays 9 to 10 a.m. only on JE 101.9 FM. Powered by Ziva Community Initiative, advocate for a sustainable community with support from Africa Center for Energy Policy.
Yes, just a lot of Voices from the Mines. Before we went on that commercial break, I told you we have a female miner here with us today who will be telling us a story. Good morning. Our female miner is Mrs. Jummai Daniel. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the show.
Good morning,
everyone. It's good to have you here today. Let me start off with the very important question. How did you get into mining?
Yeah, I got into mining when things were very hard for me. I went into the mining because just for me to put food on the table for my kids. That is what brought me into mining. And right now, it has become a profession.
How long ago was this when you started mining?
Yeah, it's about 28 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
28 years ago. From then to now, what has been your role? How exactly does it work with mining? For those people who do not know, how does it work in mining?
Yeah, in mining, how it works there, like for women,
yes,
at the women's side, when I started, things were very difficult. very hard. Like outside there in the field, the mining site, most of the people there are men. So we women were just like helpers there to work for them, and they will give us a little from all the hard labor of the day. And what happened really there was like, if you don't have somebody, especially in the holes they dig, if you don't have somebody there, some places they will drive the woman from their own place, because mostly what men do there is, if you don't have a boyfriend or your husband or your brother, no, nobody will even listen to you. So that is one of the challenges we face there, outside there.
Let me just go back a little. You talked about how you needed to have a male figure there. What exactly were you doing? Were you also going into the holes with them, or you were just standing by? What was your exact role there?
Yeah, my role, first of all, I started not going into the hole.
Yes.
I was like other women, going around, work for them, they give us a little. So it comes to the point that when you don't have a boyfriend, as I said it earlier,
Yes.
they will be driving you away. So for me, I say no. I will not do that. I will not give myself out. Anywhere I go, you send me away, I say, how will I cope? How will I do this? How will I put food in for my kids?
Yes.
So I decided, I said, is this man digging this hole with 2 heads or 1 head? Are they not human? It's just a mindset. I just decided to start digging on my own.
On your own?
Yeah.
When you started digging, did you get any man say to you, don't do that? What were some of the things you heard?
No, nobody say I should not do it. Rather, they know I don't know how to dig.
So they left
And they say, she's just wasting her time. What will she do? So that kind of to discourage me.
Yes.
And that word of discouragement, they think they are discouraging me, encourage me more. Because I started digging, I dig, even with some men that they have pity. When they come, they will see me digging, they will say, Madam, do like this, so that the hole will not curve or go narrow. So that's how I would do. I do it. When I reach to the level that I cannot do it alone, some men, I'll come out and look for some men that will join like a group.
Yes.
That is a squad. So I look for 4 men. I'm the only woman among, and I'm the owner of the hole. I buy my diggers, my shovel, my everything. I went and rent the things that I don't have, I will rent them.
Okay.
So I employ 4 men. I'm the owner of the hole. We dig to the end, and we got it. When we got it, that is where I feel, okay, I can do more.
Can do more.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody who has never been to the mine before, and they're listening to you, just walk us through what it feels like. What are the things you do before you go into the hole? Are there certain things you have to do before you start digging? What does it feel like? What does your day-to-day feel like when you want to go to the mines?
Yeah, like there are things you need to do, because the landowners, when immediately you put your digger to start digging, the landowner will come.
Okay.
So when they come, you negotiate with them what you will give them. Is it percentage? You give them percentage,
Okay.
or you pay them money.
Okay.
And it depends on the site, because there are so many places with the type of like orders they give there, what the landowner wants.
Okay.
Yeah. When you go there, they will ask you, okay, madam. They ask me, madam, now you have dig. So we are the landowners. So let's negotiate. We negotiated. You give them 30, 70, or you pay them money.
Okay.
Some places we will say 50-50, but still you will still negotiate with them. So that's what we do there.
Okay. Now, so when you told a story of how you got some men and you guys, dug together and got what you're looking for.
Yeah.
When that happened, was there any issue with sharing of the proceeds from that? Did you guys have problems? Okay, since we're the men in this, we're going to take more than you. How did it go like in sharing the monies from that digging?
Yeah, like I said earlier, me being the owner of the home, so there are percentage. I would maybe if we got like 100%, maybe I would take 40,
Okay.
40%. Then the rest, the 60, they will share.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you as a woman. You talked about how before they would not let you as a woman be there because you're a woman. Then you later decided to do it yourself because you thought it's something you could do. When you started mining, were there challenges you still faced from men even when you started mining yourself?
There are challenges, mostly, especially for a woman to be in the bush among men. Because sometimes we spend the night there. We spend the night doing the work.
Okay.
So there are places they will say they don't want a woman to spend the night in the bush. That women only do prostitution or doing dirty works there. But for me, when they come to my own site, even with the people who work together, they will say, this woman, she's different. She's not working in anybody's hole. It's her own. So why would she not be here? Why would people sleep, spend the night here working, and she will go home? That will not work because she will not know what they will do in the night.
Yes.
That's how I was allowed to be spending the night anywhere I dig. I spend the night doing my work. I don't used to go there because of anything. I go to look for what I'm there for. Not for any man, not for anything.
All right. Now, your years there, would you say it has been profitable for you being a miner? And if it has, what are some of the things you have learned in the years you have been mining as a woman there?
Yeah. Really, I benefit from the mining, and it has become my profession. I do it together with my children. Right now, I'm not digging anymore, but if I see a site that I would dig, I would dig. But right now, I do washing.
What is washing? What does washing entail?
Washing the material, like the one I do now is like if somebody has sand that he want to wash, then he bring it to my site. We settle the price. I wash for him. He pay me and go. That's what I do now.
This washing, is it less stressful than going into the mines?
No, I cannot say it's less stressful, but yes, because the sand I wash now is just a silicone sand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the one that has mold or from the root, the crude material, because the one from the crude material is very hard.
Okay.
Yeah, before you wash it and turn it to become a real sand, unless you wash it.
Mitigation in Nigeria, with their objective to advocate and campaign for a full implementation of the Nigeria Energy Transition Plan and other global policies and treaties. Join Emeka Umesi and our seasoned resource persons on the role of artisanal and small-scale miners in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria. Fridays, 9 to 10 a.m. only on JE 101.9 FM. Powered by Ziva Community Initiative Advocate for a Sustainable Community with support from Africa Center for Energy Policy.
You're still on to Voices from the Mines, brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. And we're speaking to Mrs. Jummai this morning about her experiences as a miner and a female miner, for that matter, in Jos. If I went on a commercial break, we were talking about the challenges he has been facing. You talked about washing of these, these materials. What is the quantity of things you wash when you do your washing?
Yeah, like every day
Yes.
I wash more than 100 bags. Sometimes I wash 130 bags.
Okay.
Sometimes I wash 120. Sometimes 100 normal.
100.
Yeah, but what makes it become 100 now? I used to wash 1.5 trip, like 10 tires in a day. But now I'm washing 100 or more.
How? Why? How do you?
The process of the washing has changed.
Okay.
When we used to do it, we do it once. But now after washing, we reduce the sand and still re-wash it.
Okay.
So that it will be more cleaner. Because the customers always complain the amount they spend when they go to the t-shirt
Okay.
for light bill. So when we wash it clean for them,
We spend less.
they spend less.
Okay.
So we have to make them happy. For them to be happy, for them to gain. A quantity of washing has become low now.
So when you talk about bags, for the person that does not know anything about mining, what kind of bags are we talking about? Is it like normal bags for rice, or is there a special bag that you people do? And do you charge per bag or per kilo?
We use the bag we are talking about here is a cement bag.
Okay.
Yeah, just full it. That is the bags we are talking about.
So do you charge per bag
Yeah.
or per kilogram?
Somebody who brought it in the bag, we charge per bag.
Okay.
But if you brought it from the truck,
Yes.
we charge per truck. 10 tire, 6 tire, 12 tires.
So they have different prices.
Yeah,
right?
they have different prices.
Now, in your years of mining as a woman, what are some of the changes that you have seen?
Some of them, most of them, out of 100, I would say 97%. Some of them will even go there and look for a place to lie down and wait for their boyfriend to dig to come and give them free. But some of them, like especially the old women, they go there, they sweep, they look for what they want because nobody is going after them. But most of the young girls go there for a different thing.
So with this challenge still existing, how do you think it can be changed? How do you think these issues can be solved?
Yeah. For this issue to be solved, you cannot tell the woman that she cannot go out because it's not all women that go there for that intention.
Yes.
It's some of them. So if they ask the woman not to go for mining site, it's like automatically they have denied them from having something to pay for their needs.
Yes.
And their kid. Because most of the men, they don't give to the women at home to pay for their needs. So that is the only way for them to go there and look for what they will pay for their need and their children. Because most of the homes now have become on the shoulder of a woman. Most of families, if you go. If a man has 100,000, he will hardly give 20,000 at home. Hardly. They will be telling the woman, I don't have. So if you have 100,000 and you are giving 20,000 and you spend the rest of the 80,000 outside without paying for the need of the children. And it is from that mining work that some of the women pay for their children's school fees.
Sure.
They put food on the table for their children. They buy clothes from that work to their children like I'm doing it now. So if you ask that any woman that goes there, they should be drive away. No, that will not work. The only thing in every mining site, I would advise, because there is union.
Okay.
Any woman that don't behave herself, that woman should be sent away from the site.
In terms of women in mining, do you think women are doing enough to support other women in mining? And as a woman, what are the things you think women can do more to support other women who are mining?
Because this work is a heavy work.
Yes.
Hard labor. It's not every woman that can do like me I'm doing. Because if you ask some women to do it, they cannot do it. It's only your mindset. If you set your mind, you say you will do it and you have the strength. Like me, At my own site, some women used to come, "Mommy, please, we need a job." I'll say, "Can you do it?" Because even with the washing now,
Yeah.
me and my daughters, we are doing it because they are used to it. And this work, if you are not used to hard labor, like if the women go, I'm always in the washing because I'm the one in charge. So complete day you are there. So if you carry, there was a day I carry one woman. Before 12, she says she's tired, she cannot do it again. So the only thing to assist women like me, as I have, if I had dig a hole, I always like women to come and work with me, and I settle them better instead of 10-1 like this what we call buga.
Okay.
If the people inside dig and they bring out sand like 10, then they give 1 to the women to share. After that, there is this one we call kongila.
Okay.
That is the one we dig before we open the main material. So it has the material but not much. That one they normally give it to the women. So after giving them that one, if like they give them, like they remove 20, that is a day they will have 2 plus that kongila.
Yeah.
They will join it and share. So before the end of the day, they will get something to carry home. So I think what I want for men especially to help women, they should not look for something from the women before they help them.
Okay.
Because even when God created the man, he make him more stronger than a woman.
True. Physically.
So we cannot expect that everything the woman wants from a man should be paid or give out herself before she will get it. That is not right. It is not right. You don't know what kind of a situation, what she's going through before she come to that place.
True.
Like when I was there, I didn't go there because I like it or I want to do it. No. Because back then, especially from where I come from, when they see a man doing mining, they thought, I cannot give my daughter to this family because they are suffering. People believe in farming and other businesses more than mining then. So when they see a woman especially doing that, if you see a woman there, she have a need, especially married women. Because most of girls, they go there just for fun, for their boyfriends.
Now, you've talked about what you want to see change. In your experience, are there things the government has done that you are happy with and you want them to continue? And what are other things you think they can do to make mining for women especially a lot more profitable and more conducive for them?
There are things the government have done, because like recently this mining suspension that just happened, things become difficult for some other people,
Yes.
not only the women but even for the men. But right now we feel relief and we thank the government for that, and we want the government to help us, because it's not every one of us that can go and register, especially like the women that go to the bush to do the hair. They cannot go and register because they are only looking for what to eat. They're only looking for what to eat. And anywhere they see a miner, everybody's, if you tell anybody or any security man that you are a miner, they always look at you like you have a lot of money. It's not everybody that has a lot. Because we are all of us, we are not dealers.
When you say
So,
dealers, what do you mean? Sorry to cut you.
Dealers, those who buy and sell and export, or like after we do the work, we sell for them.
Okay.
And even the dealers, they have their own challenges too. So what I want the government to do for us miners especially, yeah, the molestation and some other things that we face on the way, especially people, if you went to go to Bauchi or go to Kano or Nasara to buy material, on your way, the money you spend on the road before you reach Jos to come and dress, you see at the end of the day you don't have any profit. You give to this checkpoint, you give to this checkpoint, you give to this checkpoint. And what happened recently during the suspension of the mining? Even they saw you with bags. This sand that we recycle, the civil defense, the police, the soldiers, even the vigilantes, they will harass you. They want money for you. Oh, have you registered? So most of us give the money because we are not registered. Instead of them to collect the material, to go with it, you give them what they want.
This registration you talk about, what does it mean? When you say you register, are you supposed to register with a company? What is the registration about?
No, register with the government.
How much does it cost?
Yeah, for now really I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't tell how much it costs right now.
But do you think, like you said before, many people just want to go there to just, get something to eat for themselves. And because of that, they can't go and register. What would you say is an alternative solution for those who cannot register? Do you think that they should find a different way so that they don't get harassed, especially by these police officers on the road?
Yeah, what I would say is, if you are out there and you don't have enough to go and register, the person you are giving your material to,
Yes.
then you go close to him, he will help. Maybe make an ID card for you, being his member,
Yes.
because you are giving him all you do all the day. That is the only thing. If not, because most of the people cannot afford to go and register.
Alright, we're on to Voices from the Mines and brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. Let's go on another commercial break. When we come back, the phone lines will be open so you can call in and ask your questions. I'm sure a lot of you have questions for Mrs. Jummai. I'm sure a lot of you have some of your experiences you also want to share. You can do all of that today on the show. Go nowhere.
Every Friday on JFM, energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria takes center stage, explaining the role of ASM in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria, with their objective to advocate and campaign for a full implementation of the Nigeria Energy Transition Plan and other global policies and treaties. Join Emeka Umesi and our seasoned resource persons on the role of artisanal and small-scale miners in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria. Fridays 9 to 10 a.m. only on JE 101.9 FM. Powered by Ziva Community Initiative, advocate for a sustainable community with support from Africa Center for Energy Policy.
You're still on to Voices from the Mines, brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. And like you've heard us talk already on the show, we're speaking to a miner here, somebody who has been there, done that, and has seen the ups and downs of mining, with sharing her stories. You can be a part of the conversation by calling into the studio lines on 090 556666 081 218 77777. The numbers again 090 55666699 or 081 218 77777. We want to hear your stories, we want to hear your experiences, we want to hear the things that made you start mining. And if you have stopped, why did you stop? If you have not stopped, what has been the challenges you are dealing with as a miner, male or female? Let's share your story. I'm sure many people who have mined or who are mining are listening to us right now. So do call into the studio and let us hear your story today. Mrs. Jummai, let's go a little bit back in time. From your years of mining, what has been Now your biggest challenges. What is that one time while you were mining? What happened that made you, I wouldn't say feel bad, but one of those not so good experiences in your mining you'd love to share with us?
Yeah, my my experiences in the mining that I would like to share is when I was digging. Going into the tunnel is not easy. Like if you are down there, you feel like you are in underworld.
Mm.
All you do is to focus on your work. And you always pray, God, as I am inside here, protect me. Because being there is very dangerous sometimes. Because for those that have never entered into the tunnel, they don't know what is happening there. Because sometimes, like especially if I'm walking in the night.
How do you walk in the night? You have, like, I imagine, sorry to cut you short, that is eternal, so it means it's going to be dark.
Mhm.
How then do you walk at night when it's already dark?
We have torchlight.
Okay.
The torchlight that we place it on our head.
Okay.
Yeah, we buy battery and put inside. So we use the torchlight to do the work. Even in the daytime, you cannot go inside there without the torchlight and see where you are going and see what you are doing. You must use that torchlight even in the daytime.
In daytime. So
Yeah.
you're talking about in the night when you're mining.
Yeah, it's very, very sweet for me
Why?
because I feel, I don't know, I can't explain, but I feel happy when I'm there. I feel like as a woman, I'm here with men. I'm doing this work that men can do. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Has there been any time in your years of mining that you felt like you don't want to do it again?
Sincerely, since I joined this work, I have never felt like not to do it again.
What exactly about it is enjoyable for you? Because you've talked about how tough it is. What makes it enjoyable for you?
I'm used to it.
Okay.
It has been part of me now. And every day, if I go out, if I don't get anything today, but tomorrow I will get it. Hardly I go to my work, even in the tunnel, even in the washing that I'm doing now, I must get something. I don't go home empty, and that makes me happy.
Let's take a little detour and let's talk about the girls. You talked about how many girls go there. Sometimes the conception is that they go there for other things other than mining. As a woman who has been here for years, what do you think, or what advice do you have for young women who want to venture into mining?
Yeah. The advice I have for young women, especially, and the girls, if you go there to work, do your work, because some of them, you see them, they just take their bath, dress up, make makeup, and go and be going about without doing anything. This man will call them, this one will call them, they will take them to the bush. Some of them, they will only be buying food, buying this for them. At the end of the day, in the evening, when people are going home, you see them going home without anything. So why, for Christ's sake, why would they even do that? If you are there, walk with your hands, God will bless you. But for you to go there for another different purpose, to be walking around looking for men that will give you money, give you food, give you this, it's not the best.
So you want them to work more?
Yes. There is nothing wrong for a woman to work and make it herself.
All right, we are still on the Voice from the Minds, brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. And to every one of you listening to us out there, like I said before, do call into the show. Let us hear your stories. Mr. Jummai has told us her story, and he's telling us her story, how she started, what's the challenges she has dealt with, and how she's overcoming them. I want to hear your story as well. I'm sure many of you got a lot of stories for us. If you've got any, like I'm sure you do call into the studio lines 090-5566-6699 or 081-218-77777. Let's go on our last commercial break on the show, and when we come back, the phone lines hopefully be buzzing, and we'll get to talk to you on the show this morning What are the things you've dealt with? What are the things you love to know if you want to venture into mining? Mrs. Jummai here will give you as much information as you possibly can on the show.
Every Friday on JFM, energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria takes center stage, explaining the role of ASM in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria, with their objective to advocate and campaign for a full implementation of the Nigeria Energy Transition Plan and other global policies and treaties. Join Emeka Umesi and our seasoned resource persons on the role of artisanal and small-scale miners in energy transition and climate change mitigation in Nigeria. Fridays 9 to 10 a.m. only on JE 101.9 FM. Powered by Ziva Community Initiative Advocate for a Sustainable Community with support from Africa Center for Energy Policy.
Voices from the Mines brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. We got a call this morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Your name and your location. Your name is what? Okay, JT from where? Hoshi, please go on.
Yeah, I am so much proud of this woman that she's in the studio. I pray for more anointing upon her head to her toe, more grace to her elbow. In the name of Jesus. I think concerning this issue of restoration, I think if they can be able to come along together with some of our people, so they can be able to restore maybe one of them, maybe if they're like they're 7, 10, let them come together and do the restoration so that it can be more easier for women to be partaker of all those things, and it's going to be more preferable for them. That's my contribution concerning the woman issue.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. The phone lines are still opened 090-5566-6699 or 081-218-77777. We're speaking to Mrs. Jummai Daniel this morning. I've been talking about her experiences in the mines. Well, we've got about 10 minutes or less till the end of the show, so you can call us and share your stories with us. If you have words of encouragement for her, please do call us and let's talk to her about that. Ma'am, let's go to washing. I'm quite interested in, you've talked about how you've left going down into the tunnels to mine and now you're washing. What does it entail to start a washing business? I'm asking because, like you mentioned, mining is quite difficult and physically tasking for women. So I imagine that the washing might be less physically tasking for them. What does it entail for them to start a washing business?
To start a washing business, before I opened my own site, I was doing it for one of my boss. They took me from where I was staying in Barikiladi.
Okay.
They brought me here in Jos. I was doing the washing for them. Then I began to have more people that comes to me that I should be washing for them. So I was doing it still at my boss site.
Okay.
So although they pay me for my own services and the machine that we use, we pay the company, that is my boss. We give the money for the machine. I decided, and I was just that choke up because following instruction from here and here, sometimes you are walking, they will come and stop you. Working under somebody, yes. You must follow orders. So I say, how long will I be answering this oga? How I will be my igual for myself. I just decided to look for a place. If you want to start this business washing, you look for a place where there is water, a river where there is water, enough water. Then you look for a pumping machine. Then you look for any place, a place that will have a road, a clean road that vehicle, cars, trucks can come in and drop their materials. Even after doing the washing, where they can go out with it easily. So I look for a place. When I look for a place and I got it. So I was doing it when I have customers at my own site, I will go down there and wash for them. If I don't have, if my boss has work, I will come and do it for them. So that is how I started this. Starting a business, a washing business is not that difficult.
So you talked about one important thing I think I want to draw your attention to. You said get a place where there's water, also get a place that has roads so that trucks can come in. You also talked about the washing machine. How much on average does it cost to get a washing machine?
Like, you mean the Spara washer?
Yes.
I don't do it with Spara right now.
Okay, what do you do it with?
I use pumping machine to draw water that can lead to, that is, this we call jirgi.
Okay.
The jirgi, that's where we wash it locally.
Okay,
with
your
hands, yes.
So you don't need it, you don't have to get a special machine for it.
Yeah, I need it, but only that to afford that money is millions.
It's millions.
Yes.
Do you think that the government, given that women are now involved in it, should start providing loans for women to be able to get some of these machines they need for the maybe washing and other parts of the business as well?
Yeah, that would be very, very good if the government can assist us. Especially like me, I need the Spara washer, but only to afford it is the problem.
Is the problem.
Yeah, but if I can get a loan anywhere that I can buy the Spara machine and be paying it gradually, then I will be more happy.
All right, so Mrs. Jummai is asking for a loan. I'm sure I know many people who are very much involved in mining, in the government sector and also in the private sector, are listening to the show right now. So if you have plans like that, or you don't have plans like that, I always talk about following the money when it comes to business or anything that has to do with government. And so the money is in providing accessible and interest-low loans for them. So once you give them loans, it's another to add 70% interest rates on that. If you can provide them low interest rate loans for these people, especially these women who are trying to get their hands dirty to make money legitimately for themselves, it to be very much appreciated. The phone lines are opened 090-5566-6699 or 081-218-77777. Again, 090-5566-6699 or 081-218-77777. We'll be speaking to Mrs. Jummai Daniel on her experience as a miner and now as a washer when it comes to mining in Jos. If you are a miner or you want to be a miner, please call into the show and let's hear your thoughts. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, sir. Apologies there, the phone lines are acting a bit cray-cray this morning, but you can call us back on 090-5566-6699 or 081-218-77777. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your experiences. What exactly have you been dealing with as a miner? What are the things you'd love to see changed, either from the government, from organizations, from businesses? What are some of your biggest challenges as a miner in Jos? Well, final question for you, Mrs. Jummai. You've talked about how you love going to the mines because no matter how bad it gets, you always get something to go back home with. What's beyond just the money you get, right? Which obviously it's a major part of why you do what you do. What other things motivate you to keep going back to do this very difficult job that you're doing?
Things that motivate me, anywhere sometimes, people that know me, when they see me, they always encourage me. And that is keeping me going. And I thank God because God gave me, I have 3 beautiful girls now, and they are working with me. And they don't put their eyes anywhere. All they do is, Mom, how are we going to do? Are we going to work today? They love it because they get something to pay for their needs. And as I'm doing it with them, I don't behave like a boss, no, because we are all family. I have my sister children that they are with me, 2 boys. They are with me. Me, I have my own are 3 girls, and my sister children 2 boys. All of them, they are working with me, and they are making it. Especially, you know, if a child will go wayward,
Yes.
and you call his attention to be having something, that would really change.
Sure.
I thank God because, and that is what is keeping me. I'm doing it especially for my children, because right now they are with me and they are getting what they want and they are helping themselves. They can no longer come to me and say, "Mommy, we need book, we need," although they are not, none of them is in the school now, they have finished their school, but they get money. Even the one that is married, she get what to pay her children needs from it.
Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Your name and your location. All right, Mr. Loki, please go on.
Yes, I want to salute this woman. She has talked very well and encouraging women to go into mining. But the aspect I really want to ask her, my question is in the area of security. After washing these minerals, does she kill them? Don't people come to steal from her? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. You heard this question. He said, how do you keep these things you've watched safe? Don't you get people that come steal from you? How do you keep them safe?
At my own side, no stealing. I have somebody that is there watching over it. Pay him.
So you've never experienced any form of stealing before?
No.
Have you heard stories of people's stuff that was stolen?
Very well. Even in the t-shirt. Especially if you see, like, if something get missing there, it should be among the workers. That is how the stealing normally comes about. The people that work with you that know the secret. Because if I wash material now, with the much of material that at my place now, nobody can just come without knowing how is this one washed or is this one not yet washed, unless
person works with
me, people that works with me. But since I opened my site, no.
You've never experienced something
yes.
like that. Let's pick one more call because the phone lines are buzzing. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Apologies there. I would love to pick one more call before we leave this morning, but unfortunately, like they say, time flies when you're having fun. This is Jummai. Final words to everybody listening, especially the ladies out there. If you have one word for them or one piece of advice for them, a different one from the one you gave before, what would that advice be?
Yeah. Let me start with the men at the mining site. Please, I'm begging. Any woman that have the mind to come out to look for what she will pay for her needs and her children, they should support women. They should allow them without asking anything in return. Since she is coming to work, to help for her to get what she will pay for her need, they should give us a support, because we are not equally like you men out there. And secondly, for the women, those of the women, especially the young women and the young girls that will just dress up, make makeup and go to the bush and stay from morning till evening without helping their parents in the house, without doing any house chores, without doing anything meaningful. They should stop that. If you are there to work, work. God will bless your handwork. Whatever you do, it is not that. Maybe that is how you go the hard way before you get to your destination.
Sure.
Don't go and sell yourself out or doing any prostitution, anything rubbish for you to get what you want. Since you are not there to work, then why are you there? Prostitution or what? They should stop that.
Thank you, Mama, for coming through this morning. This has been an interesting conversation. I'm sure many of you have gained a thing or two from this. Remember, we are always going to be on your airways from 9 till 10 a.m. every Fridays to give you interesting, educative, and informative conversations. This has been Voices from the Minds, brought to you by Ziva Community Initiative. And from me to every one of us here in the studio, stay out of